Tashidilek, and welcome to the third session of Geography chapter Manufacturing Industry. In this class, I'm going to discuss the remaining types of industry. So, on the basis of ownership, industries are divided into four groups. These are private sector industry, public sector industry, cooperative sector industry, and joint sector industry. And we will discuss one by one. Private sector industries are those industries which are owned by a private or individual. In this industry, the activities are carried out or the goods are manufactured to earn profit. So some of the examples of private sector industry in India are Tata Steel Company. Tata Steel Company was previously called as Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO. And this Tata Steel Company is popular or it produces iron and steel in a very large number in India as well as in other countries also. And then we have another private industry in India, that is Bajaj Auto Limited. Bajaj Auto Company or industry is popular for the production of two-wheeler or three-wheeler. And Hero Company. Hero Company is also popular for the production of two-wheeler across the world and also in India. So these are some of the examples of private sector industry. Second one is public sector industry. Public sector industries are those industries which are set up by the government or which are owned by the government. In this industry, the activities are carried out for the welfare of the people. Welfare in this industry, goods are manufactured to fulfill the needs of the people. So some of the examples of public sector industries are Steel Authority of India. So Steel Authority of India is an industry or company set up by the government in which they produce a large number of steel. And then we have Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. It is also a company or an industry set up by the Indian government in which they manufacture equipment for the power generation. And the third one is joint sector industry. Joint sector industries are those industries which are owned and run by private and government collectively. So this is an industry in which private and government has come together and they are running the industry collectively. So example of joint sector industry in India are Maruti Suzuki. So Maruti Suzuki is a company or it is an industry which is run by Indian government and company from Japan. So before Maruti Suzuki came into being, there was this company called Maruti Udyog Company. So this Maruti Udyog Company was started by the Indian government and later Indian government merged this Maruti Udyog Company with a company from Japan and the company is called Suzuki. Now these two company has come together and now these two company has joined together and now it is called Maruti Suzuki. So second one is Indian Oil Sky Tanking. So this is also an example of joint sector industry. So Indian Oil is a company owned by the Indian government and Sky Tanking Company is a company from Germany. So these two companies has come together. One is owned by government, one is owned by private. So these Indian Oil and Sky Tanking has come together, and now they are controlling the industry together. So Indian Oil Sky Tanking is the example of joint sector industry. Okay, and the last one is cooperative sector industry. So cooperative sector industries are those industries which are owned by the group of people or which are run by a group of people is called cooperative sector. So this industry is neither run or owned by a government or nor it is run or owned by one individual. It is owned by a group of people. In this industry, group of people collect their money together and they invest on the production and later after getting the finished goods they sell it and now the profit are shared equally between these people. So example of cooperative sector industries are Amul. So Amul company is a company which is set up by a group of people. So we use lots of Amul product in our daily life, right? Okay, then Sudha Dairy. Sudha Dairy is a industry. They produce milk, and they also produce milk related products. Okay, so this Sudha Dairy is an industry which is set up by a group of people. So these are the example of cooperative sectors in India. Okay, now coming to the last one, on the basis of source of raw material, the industries are divided into two, agro-based and mineral-based. Source of raw material means from where we get the raw material. Raw material de khawne ra hore la jra dilata ni industry de ngina ko sheger. Agro-based industry and mineral-based industry. So agro-based industries are those industries which obtain raw material from the agriculture. Agriculture ni raw material de rayuna dinde industry chila khala ore agro-based industry. Or these are the industry which use raw material from the agriculture. So example of agro-based industries are cotton industry, sugar industry, jute industry. These are the industry which obtain raw material from the agriculture. And then mineral-based industry. Mineral-based industries are those industry which use mineral as a raw material. So they use a variety of mineral as a raw material to make a finished goods. This industry is called mineral-based. Now we have come to the end of the types of industry. I hope you have understood clearly. And for the homework, I have brought lots of company or industry in India. Some of them might be familiar with you or some might not be. So you just have to Google it out, okay? So what you have to do, you have to identify all these industry on the basis of their size, on the basis of their ownership, on the basis of their role, on the basis of weight of raw material, and on the basis of source of raw material. So you are going to tick it out. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Iron and steel industry. So iron and steel industry on the basis of size. Is it a large industry or is it a small industry? Or is it a cottage industry? Of course, it is a large industry because production are carried out in the large number. Now we will come to the okay, and we'll come to the this one, weight of the raw material. Iron and steel company comes under which? Heavy or a light industry. It is a heavy industry because they use heavy raw material, right? Okay, now we will come to the on the basis of their role. Is it a basic industry or is it a consumer industry? Of course, it is a basic industry because iron and steel industry produce iron and steel, and these products are being supplied to the other industry, and other industry using this, they make other goods. Okay, now iron and steel industry on the basis of ownership, is it a private, public, joint, or a cooperative? It is a private industry, right? Okay, on the basis of source of raw material, is it a agro or is it a mineral? It is a mineral-based industry because they use iron and steel ore, right? Okay, so I have given you example. Now you have to do one by one. Okay, so this is a homework, and in the next class we are going to discuss the agro-based industry in a detail. Okay, and so see you in the next class.